Welcome to another action-packed episode of Badminton Unlimited. On this week's show, we look back at the 2018 Asian Games and the big winners from the individual competitions.
Kita dapat meraih kemenangan, dapat emas untuk tunggal putra, untuk Indonesia. Pastinya saya sangat-sangat bangga, sangat senang sekali. Ini untuk Indonesia semua.
HSBC BWF World Tour commentator and former Olympian Charmaine Teid talks to one of the brightest sparks in badminton right now, Igor Coelho.
I tried so hard to go to the Olympics and I made it. Yes. Now since 2016, since the Olympics finished, I went to France and I trained 1 year and a half with Peter Gader.
Plus, we recap the best of the action from the Barcelona Spain Masters 2018. The badminton individual competition at the Asian Games concluded last week, and hosts Indonesia couldn't have asked for a better showing from their shuttlers. The Southeast Asian nation celebrated 2 golds, a silver and 3 bronze medals across the 5 categories. One of the 2 gold medals was a surprise, with young men's singles shuttler Jonathan Christie ending Indonesia's 12-year wait for a gold medal in the category. The 20-year-old began his medal hunt in explosive fashion, taking down China's top seed and All-England champion She Yuqi in the first round. Buoyed by the result, the unseeded Christie powered his way through the stages to ultimately face Chinese Taipei's number 4 seed Zhou Tianchun in the final. Christie lost a close second game before sending the home crowd into a frenzy as he upset the Taiwanese 21-18, 20-22, 21-15 to become Indonesia's first men's singles champion since Taufik Hidayat's win in Doha in 2006.
Pastinya senang banget karena Asian Games pertama dan nggak terpikirkan sekali karena banyak pemain luar biasa bagus di sini seperti Kento Momota, seperti Chen Long, Anthony juga, Zhou Tianchun, semuanya pemain baik, pemain bagus, Yuki. Saya tidak menyangka bisa masuk final aja pun tidak pernah terpikirkan sama saya. Jadi ya ini benar-benar berkat dari Tuhan. Kita dapat meraih kemenangan, dapat emas untuk tunggal putra, untuk Indonesia. Pastinya saya sangat-sangat bangga, sangat senang sekali. Ini untuk Indonesia semua.
Christie's victory capped a brilliant tournament for the country's men's singles. Anthony Sinisuka Ginting defeated world champion Kento Momota and Olympic gold medalist Chen Long en route to the semi-finals. Ginting and Japan's Kenta Nishimoto returned with bronze medals. Marcus Finaldi Gideon and Kevin Sanjaya Sukamuljo made their own golden contribution to the Indonesian cause in men's doubles. The world number ones bounced back from a disappointing campaign at the recent Total BWF World Championships in the best possible way, when they won a pulsating final against compatriots Fajar Alfian and Mohamed Rian Ardianto 13-21, 21-18, 24-22. In what was the first all-Indonesian contest in men's doubles in 44 years, Gideon and Sukamuljo hung on to claim the last 2 points for their first triumph at the multisport competition. The bronze medals went to Chinese Taipei's Li Zhihui and Li Yang, and China's Li Jinhui and Liu Yuzhen.
Ya, yang pertama, puji Tuhan, saya dapat mukjizat hari ini. Kita udah ketinggalan sangat jauh kan, dan akhirnya kita bisa menang itu tanpa mukjizat tidak mungkin bisa terjadi lah.
Ya senang banget lah, bangga, terharu, dan nggak nyangka banget tadi udah ketinggalan terus dari awal sampai akhir-akhir juga udah ketinggalan terus dan akhirnya bisa menang, bersyukur banget.
Gracia Polly and Apriani Rahayu's semi-final finish in women's doubles meant another bronze for the hosts, while China grabbed their 7th gold medal in the category through Chen Qingchen and Jia Yifan. After overcoming number 1 seeds Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota in the semi-final stage, former world champions Chen and Jia faced yet another Japanese pair in the final in Olympic champions Misaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi. After pulling through some nervous moments in the match, it was the Chinese pair who successfully subdued their opponents in straight games to clinch a 22-20, 22-20 victory.
我觉得压力肯定谁都有吧，日本队肯定也有压力，毕竟他们在4进2也输给了我们女队。但是我觉得， 以我现在的实力和就是这种身份，我觉得我没有必要背包袱，就是还是去拼人家吧，因为我觉得我也没有到背包袱的就是这种水平，所以我们今天打得会更加顽强一些，在落后的时候也一直在想办法，也没有放弃说打第2局，然后一直在追分，所以其实日本人也是人，那我们只要咬住不放，那肯定他们也会害怕。
我觉得落后时候不要紧嘛，就是不服输吧。我觉得第1局落后的时候，我心态想着不行，输再打第2局，第2局输了我不行还打第3局，就是我不会放弃每一分。就我跟我拍档20，人家20我们都不会放弃，肯定有希望，人家也会犯错。
Indonesia's third bronze medal came from their mixed doubles pairing of Tontowi Ahmad and Liliana Natsir after being beaten by eventual champions Zheng Siwei and Huang Yachong in the semi-finals. The reigning world champions powered to the Asian Games title after making light work of Hong Kong duo Tang Chun Man and Se Ing Sweat in the final. Right from the start, it was evident that Zheng and Huang were the quicker and more powerful of the two pairs. Their opponents, perhaps drained from their epic 75-minute semi-final clash with Wang Yilu and Huang Dongping the day before, couldn't offer much resistance. The match was over in just 30 minutes, with Zheng and Huang sealing China's second badminton gold in Jakarta.
非常开心嘛！首先就说从团体赛一直到现在，可能说是前几场没有上场，然后一直到单项开始，可能说是会有一些稍稍有一些就可能说精力上的不足吧。然后但是也能一场一场的去调整，我觉得非常好。
这1个月可能是我们职业生涯中非常重要的1个月吧，毕竟完成了自己在羽毛球上的一些成就，都在这1个月完成了，所以说也是对自己的一个肯定嘛。
India's Pusalavi Sindhu and Saina Nehwal ended their country's 36-year drought with 2 historic Asian Games medals in women's singles, a silver and bronze respectively. And with Japan's Akane Yamaguchi grabbing the other bronze medal, it marked the first time that China failed to have any singles player on the podium at the Games since 1970. Olympic silver medalist Pasala had to settle for another runner-up spot after going down 13-21, 16-21 to world #1 Tai Tzu-ying in the title clash. The Chinese Taipei ace rediscovered her winning ways after her unexpected quarter-final exit at the Worlds in Nanjing.
很开心，对啊，就今天其实比赛的过程没有我想象中的这么困难，因为我觉得我其实自己就做好准备啊，我觉得他今天可能比较没有发挥出他的专长所在吧，就是可能他的进攻的部分，因为今天可能多了比较多的失误，所以我比较打得比较轻松一点。
Tai's triumph was a historic moment as Chinese Taipei secured their first ever badminton gold medal at the Asian Games. Igor Coelho started playing badminton when he was 6, on an outdoor court made of asphalt and alongside children playing barefoot. Coelho's early badminton experience was on a court which his father, Sebastião Dias de Oliveira, built himself just beside their house in Chacrinha, a favela on the western outskirts of Rio de Janeiro. In 2007, a visit from Canadian Olympian Charmaine Teid inspired the boy from Brazil to dream big. At the 2016 Rio Olympics, Coelho rose to prominence as the host nation's poster boy for badminton, and this year he made the last 16 of the World Championships. Charmaine Teid, who is in Nanjing as a television commentator, was delighted to witness the success of Ygor Coelho, the boy she had inspired.
So Igor, great to see you here. First time meeting you was back in 2007 after the Pan Am Games. I know your father for many years prior to that. And then after the Pan Am Games, I went to visit you in your favelas. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember. 11 years old. You were the first Olympic player I ever see. And I was looking like, really like, wow.
Oh, it's incredible because, I mean, you remember bare feet. You played in bare feet when I first saw you in 2007 in flip-flops, and we were getting beat by people in flip-flops. But really it's come a long way, and it's because of your dad, his vision of building these courts on your house. It's in your house. It's in your backyard.
First, I really like what my father do, and when I finish my career, I really want to be like him, to help the kids, to change lives. He saves many lives. So he not just make champions in badminton, but champions in life. I'm really proud of my father. I can say this. He did this first by himself, and then after people help him.
The favelas, it's a tough life. People are not sure what the favelas are, but you live in Rio. Can you tell about what happens in the slums?
Actually, there is two ways in the favelas. The bad way, the traffic, the drugs. I had many friends who died because of this life. And the good way, like teachers, Olympics athletes, pilots, basically is this.
I don't think people realize badminton saves these kids. It gives them an out, the drugs, the stealing, and that, it really helps them. It can change people's lives.
I think the sports change life. They get education. They have many problems in home, and badminton we have to play with each other. It's respect. There is rules, so have to be disciplined. Otherwise, you don't get good results. So when they go out of the sport, even if they don't become a professional badminton player, they can be teach. For example, Renata is a good example. She teach another kids to be like her. She was a really good player before, and now she teaches other kids.
And your dad took care of her. I remember playing against her, and she couldn't hear very well, deaf, and he really took her under the wing. And I remember saying, because she would hit really hard, and it's because you guys played outside. There was no roof.
Yeah.
There was no roof, and she's playing in Brazil Open.
Yeah. And she was actually 3 years #1 in Brazil.
Yes.
She got one trophy, without any conditions.
And people don't realize how it started. There was no roof when you first started. I remember going there was only one court, dusty and rough, and now you have 4 courts.
2008, the Foundation Decathlon came and put one good floor, and also Artengo supports the team. They give the rackets, shuttles, shoes, clothes. Then you could dream about Panams, about be better.
And then you punished me in 2014, and we went and played with you. You beat me, you got revenge, but my legs still hurt from doing the Samba. So it's a way of them training. Instead of skipping, you do the Samba.
Yeah, because actually it's more nice. There is something about the footwork as well, and also for skipping. Change for skipping, because the kids doesn't like to do these movements every time. It hurts, but actually it gets more fun to do Samba.
Time for a quick break here on Badminton Unlimited. But when we return, we continue our conversation with Igor Coelho and learn how to Samba. Plus, the big winners at the recently concluded Barcelona Spain Masters 2018. Stay with us. Earlier in the show, Igor Coelho spoke about the struggles of playing badminton with limited resources and how a visit by Canadian Olympian Charmaine Teid in 2007 inspired him. In this part of his interview, the Brazilian speaks about his future and teaches us some of those famous Samba moves.
So it's such a journey, from the favelas to the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
To the round of 16s at the World Championships. You said it, you were in bare feet, you said, my feet hurt. I trained so hard, my feet hurt, but I want to be going to the Worlds and I want to be an Olympian. Yeah. You did it, you did both, and you're performing now.
I tried so hard to go to the Olympics and I made it.
Yes.
Now since 2016, since the Olympics finished, I went to France and I trained 1.5 years with Peter Gader. And my Olympic team from Brazil support me now with Nadia Liduc.
Yes.
So I'm learning with her now since 6 months, and yeah, it's worked now, and I'm really proud of me because actually this year I didn't perform as like I would like to perform as, but in these World Championships I could win 2 rounds with good players.
Yeah, and it is a family affair. Your mom, your baby brother, your father.
They are so proud. They are so proud. They're so proud, and yeah, all the kids follow and cheers. So I feel like proud for everything.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you get to places? It's different than a lot of these other countries. You have to find your sponsors to be able to reach these levels.
There is no national team like them. They have all the structure, Asians, some countries in Europe. The national team, most of them pay for them, but in Brazil it's not the same. It's not the same reality. It's more harder, and even for who comes from the favelas, I think he needs to work really hard. I hope more players from Brazil, from other favelas, comes and they say this, expiring the same way.
Yeah, thank you. Shall we samba?
Yeah, okay.
You hurt my legs last time. You want to get them up samba? You want to see the footwork? Okay, I can't do it. You killed me last time.
Can do please, you do. You
no,
know.
it's really bad. Are you my teacher? All right, let's see. Here we go.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
I got this now.
Now you have to do like 1, 2, 3.
I can blame it on the shoes.
Yeah, it's better with the shoes. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Now you guys do it fast. I won't keep up, but show how your training is.
So now I will show fast. Like.
And they do this for how many minutes?
Like.
Keep going. You can't no stop.
So you do this for 10 minutes for warm up.
10 minutes for warm up.
We do for warm up, and also there is this like.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and then they do like.
You need the music.
They do also this. Yeah. Good.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, but you need to remember the sound.
Music, yes. I need the music. That's why I'm bad. I need the music. That's my excuse.
Yeah.
Igor, you're incredible. You're one of my role models. You do such great work with all the kids. I get goosebumps every time I see you. I almost cry. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But we come a long way. Yeah.
26 years after it hosted badminton's debut at the Olympics, Barcelona was in the thick of things, playing host to its first HSBC BWF World Tour event, the Barcelona Spain Masters 2018. Among the big names to feature in the Super 300 tournament were Korean stars Lee Yong-dae and Kim Gi-jung, who made a winning return to international badminton. The opening match of finals day was the women's doubles, with world champions Mayu Matsumoto and Wakana Nagahara living up to their billing by clinching the title in style with a 21-17, 21-13 victory over compatriots and number 2 seeds Ayako Sakuramoto and Yukiko Takahata.
Okay. 前回世界選手権で優勝したんですけれども、そこからの次の大会っていうのは一番大事だと思ってたので、そこで優勝できたのは2人にとって大きいなと思います。
Japan also found success in the women's singles category, with Minatsu Mitani capping off a memorable week with her first title since the 2012 French Open. The unseeded Japanese saw off the likes of Pompawi Chochuang, Beatriz Corrales and Kirsty Gilmore en route to the final, where she claimed her biggest scalp, defending champion Mia Blichfeld. Mitani came back from a game down to beat the Danish third seed 9-21, 23-21, 21-8 in a 56-minute battle. Denmark did not leave empty-handed though. The nation grabbed 2 of the 5 trophies on offer on finals day.
Game.
Rasmus Gemke faced off against top seed Supanyu Awihimsanon of Thailand in the men's singles final.
6.
And the second-seeded Dane fought back from a game down to seal a 15-21, 21-6, 21-14 win, and with it his first title of the year.
Game.
Yeah, I was a little nervous in the first set where he was controlling the match, and yeah, after that I think in the second set I got a more relaxed start, and I got more, confident, and I controlled the game. And the third set was more, there was a lot of emotions, and I really wanted to win, so it was tough.
Nicholas Knorr and Sara Tiegsson were the other trophy winners from Denmark. The mixed doubles pair upset the number 1 seeds, Marcus Ellis and Lauren Smith, in the final, 21-19, 21-17, also clinching their first title of 2018.
Gang.
I think as a pair we have really improved over the last period. We struggled a bit in the Worlds, but coming back strong here is really good for us. And of course now we are looking forward to the upcoming tournaments with high confidence, so I'm really happy right now.
Korea's Kim Gi-jung and Lee Yong-dae announced their return to badminton in style. The multiple title-winning Koreans came together to compete in their first HSBC World Tour tournament of the year at the Barcelona Spain Masters. And the men's doubles pair proved unstoppable, reaching the final without dropping a game. And it was more of the same on the final day, as they overpowered their Thai opponents, Bodine Sara and Manipong Jongjit, 21-13, 21-17.
They've done it. Kim Ki-jung, Lee Yong-dae have won their first World Tour title in their comeback tournament.
Back to winning ways for the Korean duo, who celebrated their first title in their first HSBC BWF World Tour appearance. The HSBC BWF World Tour now heads back to Asia, with the Daihatsu Yonex Japan Open 2018 the next stop on the tournament calendar. The Super 750 event will get underway on the 11th of September. Tai Tzu-ing and Chou Tian-chun did their nation proud by picking up gold and silver medals respectively at this year's Asian Games. Tough to beat on the court, but how did they fare against each other and other teammates in our Minute to Win It challenge? Let's find out. Each player had 1 minute to hit as many shuttles as they could into the bucket.
哎呦，不行，好好的发。哎呀，烦死了！哎呦，这差不多。讨厌。
加速。
两颗 Only 2.
Well, that's it for this episode of Badminton Unlimited. Join us again next week as we speak to one of Thailand's rising stars, Busanan Ongbungrungpan.
สำหรับคิมแล้วคือคิมเป็นคนที่พยายามที่จะแบบดูหลายๆคนข้อดีของหลายๆคนเพื่อที่จะเอามาปรับใช้กับตัวเองเช่นแบบคือคิมกับพี่เมย์ซ้อมคนละที่กันแต่ว่าคิมจะซ้อมที่เดียวกับ
And we'll look ahead to the next stop on the HSBC BWF World Tour, the Daihatsu Yonex Japan Open 2018. Meanwhile, you can get the latest news, stories and features on badminton when you log on to the fan site www.bwfbadminton.com. Bye for now.